Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks. A little pattern I started working with. This one I have Gaussian blur. And then I thought, it looked a lot better with the interactive fill tool. And this one has lines on the edges and this one doesn't. And I'm going to show you how to do it. It's pretty cool because these patterns are going underneath. And there's what you got to start off with. So we're going to take let's start with a 3-inch square. And I'm going to put it in P, center of the page. Now we need to draw a 2-point line, either direction, from one corner to the other. And then I got to bring in some indexing lines. And if you have Snap 2 on, well, that's from my previous. I'm going to Control A to group them or to select them all and we hit delete. And now I can bring in new indexing line. And if you have Snap 2 guidelines on, so I call them guidelines, or I call them indexing lines a lot. But in this case, they're really going to be guidelines because we're going to use them for guidance. I'm going to set my nudge factor on 0.75. And I'm going to hit that one and use the left arrow key. Hit that one and hit the right arrow or left arrow key. Hit this one and hit the up arrow key. This one I might be doing it too much. But I want this in that intersection. I'm going to get my 3-point curve line and go from that intersection to that intersection because it has to be perfect. Then I'm going to hold down the control button and get an arch. Now, there's really no way to duplicate that line over here because I did it for like freestyle. So I'm going to Control D and then I'm going to mirror it and mirror it again. And then I can grab it and grab that edge and put it right there on that intersection. Now we can get rid of the indexing lines. This is what we needed. And now I'm going to move the box out of the, you know what? I'm going to group it together and hit P to make sure we're in the center page. We are. So I'm going to ungroup it and I'm going to move my box out of the way, let's say 5 inches, because I don't want to duplicate my box. So I'm going to Control G, Control D, and rotate this 90 degrees. That way I have a perfect. Now on one side of these, I want to cut the inside out. So I'm going to hold down my Alt key and I'm going to cut that line right there and cut that line right there. I want to leave the center line. So this one looks like it's going to go underneath and the other one's going over top. Now I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool. You know what I did in gray? I'm going to go orange on this one. Okay, that one's going to fill in the whole thing, and these are going to fill in each. So the ones I got to fill in each, I got to make them look like they're going underneath. So I'm going to grab my interactive fill tool, swipe down, pull a little darkness. I don't want very much. I just want it to look like it's going underneath. So I'm going to bring that in, and that looks pretty good. Now I want the other one the same. So I'm going to grab the attribute eyedropper and put it there. Now there's really no way, and there will be lines there in a minute. If I use the attribute eyedropper over here, it won't really do it because it's going the wrong direction. So I'm just going to get the interactive fill tool. Now see what happened? I didn't select it, so it went back to the other one. And see, that's way too dark. And since they're right there, I can mimic them pretty close. Attribute eyedropper, take a sample, and there we have it. Now, I'm going to do this 2 different ways. I'm going to get rid of that box, and I'm going to put in an outline. Now so I'm going to group this together, Control G, and I'm going to make a duplicate and put it over here. Now, I don't really need the box, but if I Control D, instead of nudging it over, I'm going to mirror it over. And then that way, the white one is going to keep going back and forth. Control D. And this one's going to have the lines, Control D. And because I'm mirroring them, so the white star is going to be in the center on that one, and the top star, or if you're going to call it a star. But we're going to do something pretty special on the next one. That looks pretty good. what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 copies of this. And I'm going to take away the fill on this one and take away the lines on this one. So now what I want to do is I'm going to select it. I'm going to take my shape tool. Okay, I've got to ungroup it. I had them grouped together. I'm just going to ungroup all. I'm going to take my shape tool. I'm going to select all the nodes and I'm going to right click and break them apart. Normally I don't do that, but what I want to do is cut through these lines because I just want the interior lines. And these lines were created because of the fact that I put those lines there. And the other lines were because I used a square to fill it in with orange. I'm going to Control G to group. Now I'm just going to move this over. And look, now I have no exterior lines, just the lines in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and Control G, Control D. I grouped them and now duplicated them. Now I am going to have a little bit of line in there, but we could fix that if we go like 0.00 or just really 0.01 and nudge this guy over, that line will disappear. Now, we don't have to do it my way, but if we Control G to group that, this thing is 5.89. I want to make my nudge factor 5.989. I want to make my nudge factor 5.987. That will take care of my line. See, I have no line. That looks just as good. Well, it's because I mirrored the first time. Let's see what happens when we do that. Okay. Let me delete that copy. So we're only 3 inches. So let's make our nudge factor 2.99. And let's just duplicate this. Let's see now both stars are inside outside. And that might look pretty cool, but I'd rather do this. Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, and then mirror it. And then I can still keep my nudge factor low or change it to 6, but I can just hit it twice. So now, one star is completely on top all the time, and the other star is completely on bottom all the time. Anyway, pretty interesting little pattern, and hope that gave you an idea or two, and thank you for watching.